everyone, this is Miss Kelly, and today we are going to talk about how to access the Engrade Pro website that can give you access to your students' grades. And currently all the students have a logon. If they don't know their information, they can get that from their teachers or Miss Kelly. And if you would like your own parent account set up, you just need to let the school know. You can email Miss Kelly directly if you would like. My email address is kconn, so it's KCONN @frostschool.org. Alright, so if this is the first time you're going into Engrade Pro, the easiest way is just to Google it. There are two different versions of Engrade. So there's regular Engrade and there's Engrade Pro. Pro is the one that you have to have a subscription to. So basically we pay money to have the more complex version of the program. So you can see that I've logged in before, so it's trying to save my password. So we're going to log on as a student. Most of our students' usernames are their first name and their last name. So we've got Frosty Student here. Okay, we're logging in. I always advise my students to click Nope if it's a public computer. It's up to you on your private computer. So students log in, what they see is very basic information. They see what classes they're in right here. They see what teachers they have. They see their grades in the class. We've got the quarter up here. So right now it is second quarter. And then they've got all their past classes too. So they've got their archived classes, excuse me. If there's any class resources, they've got those also. Alright, so let's see what we can do with this. So we can go into our classes. So I'm going to go into the sample class, Frost class. And we can see assignments. So we've got our assignments, we've got when the assignment was due, we've got our score, and then we have comments. Some teachers will put in comments for different reasons. They aren't required to. Then we have our scoring criteria down here. So anything that's not a number could also be one of these codes. E stands for excused, which means that something doesn't affect their grade. M is for missing. It counts as a 0 until that work's made up. And EC is extra credit. And here's our grading scale. We've got an option to print. Currently our teachers are only required to use the system for grades, but it does have some other functionalities that teachers may use in the future, like attendance and, let's see, a place to turn in assignments and a calendar with different things. But again, right now we're just using the grading portion of the program. So let's go back and look at the classes again. Let's go into Frost class number 2. Oh, okay. So here's an example of a comment. So we have, for this sample assignment that was due last week, we've got a score of M, which means that the assignment is missing, and right now it counts as 0. And then we have an example of what a comment would look like. Okay, so let's say I'm this student, and I want to send my teacher a message. There's a couple different ways you can do this. Probably the easiest one is just to click on the teacher's name. And you've got a box that pops up. All this is done through the Engrade program, so it doesn't involve the students' personal email addresses. And they can type a message. It even will allow them to attach files if maybe they're sending a copy of something. Type their message, my assignment, ready to turn in. They send the message. Once that gets sent, Engrade Pro, the website, sends a message to the teacher. So you can see my message box popped up here. And it tells me that I go to Engrade and I can log in to see the message. Okay, and then the teacher can communicate back that way. The other way to send a message is to go up to messages. And you can see, let's see, a couple that I've already sent. Just trying out the feature, make sure it works. Okay, and it's treated just like an inbox. You can throw things away, that kind of stuff. Okay, and that's really pretty much it. The student can change their picture, they can change their password, they can add in their personal email address if they'd like. The good news about this is that at any time our school can go in and we can reset their password. So if they change it to something and then forget what it is, and we can go in and change it back to something that we all remember. Okay, Okay, so that was the student account. Parent account is pretty much exactly the same. For most of our parents, the username is the first letter of your first name and then your last name. Okay, and you can see you have the exact same functionality. So you can add in your personal email, you can change your picture if you'd like, you can send messages to the teachers, you can see everything that your student would see when the student logs on. You're seeing the exact same thing here. Okay. One pointer is to always make sure you're in the right quarter. So this student doesn't have any grades in here for first quarter because I didn't put any in for this fake student. But your student was here first quarter, you could click on first quarter and you would see all of their grades and all of their information. Okay. If you have any questions about the system, or if you do not have a parent login yet and you would like one, please contact the school. You can contact your child's program head, or you can contact Miss Kelly directly. Again, my email address is kconn@frostschool.org. So that's KCONN@frostschool.org. Thank you, everyone.